brownie points. Is that really the case? Is the Ram Mandir not ready for devotees? I'll tell you in our next report. When I travelled just in front of the Ram Mandir today, I show you what's the situation currently, how much work is complete. We're just days away from the Pran Pratishtha ceremony here in Ayodhya, and I'm getting you your first glimpse of what the Ram Mandir looks like from outside. Work still underway at a hectic pace, as you can see here behind me. You've got, in fact, all the pillars being put in place. This is what the main entry of the Ram Mandir looks like. There are two massive pillars in the entry point, and I'm just going to show you as we pass by here in the India Today bus that we're taking through the streets of Ayodhya. There you have it. That's the entrance right now, restricted to a select few, mostly construction workers who are currently toiling hard to ensure that by 22nd January this entire stretch is ready. Now there are two big pillars at the entry point. We understand that from this entire stretch where you see a foundation that's been laid, that will be completely decked up too. Now I know it seems impossible that the work on the mandir will be done in a matter of days from now. But the reality is that, look, at this point the government has said that till the first floor of the temple it will be ready for the Pran Pratishtha, and after that you'll have more levels being built. But the outside, what you see right now of the pillars or of the entrance, that will be completely ready come January 22nd. It's no small feat. You can see the kind of work that's underway that's going to double up in the next few days. So a lot of work happening. This entire stretch, as you can see, is full of traffic. But the people of Ayodhya are coming together to ensure that the Ram Mandir will be ready by January 22nd. All of these stretches will be completely decked up by then. With video journalist Sachin Chandok, this is Akshita Nandagopal reporting from Ayodhya for India Today. So that gives you a sense of how much of the mandir actually is ready. It's very much ready for the Pran Pratishtha ceremony, but overall, 3 phases of the project. So by the end of 2024, along with all of the beautification, etc., is when the temple actually will be ready. I want to also bring in on this broadcast a consulting editor, Rajdeep Sardesai, for his perspective on the Congress's decision of not being a part of the consecration ceremony. Rajdeep, good evening. Do you think it was a smart move by the Congress? Because there are also questions of, what else could they have done? Kind of damned if they do, damned if they don't scenario here for the Congress.
Well, thanks very much, Akshita. Yes, my sense is that whether it's a wise strategy or not on the part of the Congress, that time will decide. But at least it's a strategy. After days of prevarication, the Congress has come up with a rather clear statement saying they are declining the invite because they believe the inauguration of the Ram Mandir in the manner that it's taking place is essentially a political event of the BJP RSS timed to coincide with the general elections of 2024. So while we can question whether this is a wise event and whether it will lead to some kind of a backlash, the truth of the matter is the Congress has at least taken a stand, something which over the years they've been accused of not doing when it comes to the Ram temple. Remember, this is the same party which, when Rajiv Gandhi was Prime Minister in the 1980s, allowed a Shilanyas to take place in Ayodhya and allowed the locks of the Babri Masjid to be opened at the time. And many believe those are the actions that eventually led to the Ram Rath Yatra, the demolition of the mosque, and now to the inauguration of a Ram temple in a few days from now. So I think the sense you get is that the Congress has taken a bit of a risk, a bit of a gamble, but at least they have given us some kind of clarity as to where they stand on the issue, which was not the case in the past. And from what I gather, this is the Rahul Gandhi line where he believes that the Congress must rediscover a kind of hard secularism which in the past the party has been seen to move away from.
But Rajdeep, do you believe that now that the Congress has taken a stand, the whole India bloc perhaps also could rally behind a similar stand, that all of them could say that, we're not going to be a part of the ceremony? But is that going to be harder? Because, and let me just cite an example here of the likes of Arvind Kejriwal, someone who's openly always pronounced himself as a Ram Bhakt. can he actually go ahead and say that, no, I'm going to be boycotting the ceremony as well? Do you see the India bloc taking a stand now?
Well, we've already seen, Akshita, that several of the partners of the India alliance have indicated that they will not join they will not attend the Ram Mandir inauguration. Mamata Banerjee has indicated that she may not join. The Shiv Sena, which has claimed credit for the demolition of the Babri Masjid, has said that Uddhav Thackeray will go at a later date and possibly be there for prayers at the Mandir at a later date. We don't know what stand some of the Hindi heartland parties will take, Akhilesh Yadav and Nitish Kumar in particular. You mentioned Kejriwal. Arvind Kejriwal has not yet spoken out on this issue. Remember, he's been encouraging devotees to go to Ayodhya, promising them free trips through the Delhi government. Mr. Kejriwal in the past has not been keen to make the Ram Mandir a political issue where he will challenge the BJP in any form, been accused as a result of playing what is often called soft Hindu politics. So it will be interesting to see what stand Kejriwal takes. But I think the Congress's decision, you're right, will certainly put pressure on all the other constituents of the India alliance to take a stand. I think what has been the downfall of the so-called secular parties in the past has been the ambivalence and the moral compromises that they've made in the face of political Hindutva. And whether they will continue in that direction, time will tell. But for now, as you rightly suggest, the Congress's stand will force a number of the others also to end this prevarication, which has been the hallmark of their politics over the years on Ayodhya.
I tend to wonder if the Congress took this decision consulting some of the allies in the India bloc, or are they all now trying to figure out what to do with the Congress's response? But Rajdeep, you had an interesting take, an interesting perspective that this is, what Rahul Gandhi's stand always has been. That's reflected now with the leadership saying that they're not going to be attending the ceremony. Thanks very much, as always, Rajdeep, for joining us here on India Today with your view of what's really playing out as far as Congress choosing not to be a part of the ceremony. Now, there's still a big question mark on all the big other leaders who will be getting their invites as well, whether they'll choose to take a similar stand. But as far as the opposition is concerned, and while we talk about all of the politics that's playing out over the Ram Mandir, one of the big talking points was Swami Prasad Maurya, a leader of the Samajwadi Party, who's made one comment after another that's really put the SP and Akhilesh Yadav in a spot of bother. His latest comment was that he's actually justified the killing of Karse